So Halo Infinite Season 2 is finally upon us, and the question is, how is it? Is it any good? There seems to be a very, very mixed response, especially leaning towards the negative side of things with Season 2, especially the fact that they've tweaked some stuff that the community was like, why? Why are you doing this? I don't understand it. So we're going to talk about that here in this video. If you guys do enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more. We talk about games and play the games here on the channel. You could always change your mind later if you guys don't end up enjoying the content. A little bit of a tongue twister there. So I've spent a little bit of time with it. I'm a little bit late to this video because I was away to some appointments and things like that in the kind of first half of the day yesterday. So I didn't get to play till like later in the afternoon, a little bit this morning at the time of recording this video. And I spent a little bit of time, obviously, in some of the new maps. I spent some new time in Last Man Standing. And of course, checking over the battle pass and things like that. So I want to kind of break it down, talk about it. And I also want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. I want to know, what do you guys think of this new season? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Why or why not? Now, I think the biggest problem that I'll say just up front is that there's not enough content in the season. Initially, we have one new map that's for kind of normal arena mode, and one new map for big team battle. They're both pretty cool maps. They're nice environments, things like that, but they're not enough. I think that especially the fact that we just went about what was like 6+ months for all of season 1, and we didn't really get any new maps, and then finally going into season 2 where we just got basically 2 maps, and again, they're for kind of different modes. I don't think it's enough. I've said this from the start. I think we need far more content in the game and whatnot, but they're really good maps. They are, in my opinion, enjoyable maps. Are they the best maps ever made? I mean, I think that's a little bit subjective of, where you rate these maps, obviously. I like the environments and the aesthetics, especially Catalyst. I said this previously that I really think it's a cool looking map. But again, we need more maps, especially, if season 2 is going to be lasting 6 months, we need more, because this game is suffering. And a lot of people, it seems like the general consensus on Twitter and on social media and just people, feedback of this season is that it's not enough content. It's cool content, it's fun content, but it's not enough to really get us up until season 3. And that's the problem. One of the other things I do want to mention is that people are mentioning that they messed around with some of the movement system. They kind of tweaked the movement system a little bit, and also some of these spots in certain maps that you could kind of like maneuver your way onto, kind of not really glitching. I don't want to call it glitching onto. We know, like in Halo 3 we had those spots, those kind of methods, especially on Guardian, where you would blow up the what was it, like the fusion coil or whatever, at a very kind of calculated way, and you could pop yourself up, and if you would crouch midair, you can get up on the super high ledge that tactically you weren't, I guess, really supposed to get up there, but it was kind of a cool way to kind of maneuver the map. And there was a bunch of different ways where especially pro players on top of that were figuring out with Halo Infinite different ways to maneuver the map, kind of jump on these little kind of tiny ledges that maybe you weren't really technically supposed to be able to jump onto, but it's just part of the movement. And then 343 comes out and they just basically tweak all that, and so you can't jump on them anymore. There's a bunch of videos online regarding this. That's really annoying because, again, everybody's just kind of they spent hours and hours and hours figuring out all the nuances of these maps and all the little ways that you can kind of manipulate the map to kind of maneuver it in a different way. And then 343 just comes out and does that, and it seems like a lot of people are really angry about that, and I think with good reason. Beyond that, let's talk about Last Man Standing. Now, Last Man Standing, I think, is a little bit of a sneak peek of what the Battle Royale could be like. There's even eventually this kind of storm. I forget what it's called, what they call it in the game, but it's like this red barrier that kind of, shrinks the map a little bit. It forces you in the middle as more people are eliminated. So you start out with 5 lives. You have 5, but I think 0 counts. So is it 6 lives then? Anyways, you start off with 5 lives, and you start off with the fusion pistol. I forget what the name is right now. And gosh, again, I'm drawing blanks on every name right now. the two pistols, okay, the two main pistols in the game, it's almost kind of like what you would think from Call of Duty. What was it, gun game, I believe it was, right, where we kind of move up, but it's a little different. So the way it works is when you get a kill, you get XP, you get points, and then once you get so many points, you can hold X to upgrade, and you end up getting a new weapon. So it'll go from like the fusion pistol or whatever to like a mangler, and eventually you get an AR, eventually you get the bulldog, eventually you get a BR, depending how far you go. Obviously, once all your lives are depleted, you're out. You're done. That's it. The game's over. Now, right now, at the time of recording this, there's a little bit of a bug where when you're eliminated, it says, oh, you can leave the game now. But if you leave the game before the game actually finishes, before you see the whoever won, you don't seem to get any progress or XP or challenge progress or anything unless you stick to the end of the game. Again, that's probably something they're going to patch, obviously, but it's kind of weird that that's happening at launch. The game itself is fun. It's on one singular map, the new map, what is it called? Not Catalyst, but the other one. The one that's for Big Team Battle. I'm trying to blank on its name right now, but it's a pretty cool map. And so, there's grenades lying around the map and stuff, and there's like these drop pods that drop things like, an overcharge, for example, and all that, or what is it called? Is it overcharge? I'm drawing a blank on literally every name in the Halo universe right now. I'm sorry. My brain doesn't want to function with these names today. Anyways, the point being is that there's these drop pods for the shields and invis, right? To cloak yourself. And then there's grenades across the map. Now people are super sweaty in this game, obviously, and there's different ways that you could play it. Obviously, you could play it more cautiously, you could play it more, run and gun, just go, in people's faces. It is free for all format, so you're gonna get shot in the back a lot. But again, like I said, it's a pretty fun mode. It's new, it's fresh. Is it enough to stay fresh for very long, to have longevity? No, I don't think so. I think the game mode's probably gonna get a little bit redundant at some point, and you're gonna be like, okay, well, this was cool at first, but I don't know. I don't know if this game mode has a lot of longevity. It's probably, you'll probably mix it up, between other game modes. Obviously, that's kind of ideal. They did add also King of the Hill. King of the Hill, standard, right? We've had that before. Nothing really to say about that. It's King of the Hill. I don't really want to talk about that too much. And then, of course, we have the Battle Pass. So I guess I'll end it with the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is pretty cool because they added currency now. So kind of like, how like in Fortnite you'll get V-Bucks, or in Call of Duty you get COD points in the Battle Pass. Well, now you get currency also in here. And the cool thing is, also like they mentioned before, if you didn't complete the Season 1 Battle Pass, which I hadn't, I only got up to 57, you can still make progress towards that one, because you can swap between your two battle passes, which is really cool. You can only equip one at a time, so you can only work towards one at a time, but it's still really cool that you can at least, it's not like the first season is obsolete now, which in other games, that's what would happen. They're like, if you pay for it, you own it. That's it. We're not going to just take it away when the season's done. I think every other battle pass system, and every other game could definitely take note from this. I guess Destiny can't really do that because the season changes to the extent where, a lot of stuff. Well, no, I think Destiny could probably still do it. Well, you get materials that would become obsolete. But anyways, that said, if we do go check out the Season 2 Battle Pass, for example, you can see that there's currencies now. There's some cool stuff. I think there's maybe more cool stuff than there was in Season 1, but at the same time, it's not the most exciting Battle Pass either. But it is nice that you actually do get some currency now as well, which I think should have been in the first Battle Pass. You get, I think I counted, like I said, 900 currency that you can pick up. I think that's all it's called. It's just called common currency. I don't know. It's you'd think they would come up with some kind of cool name, but no. But yeah, the Battle Pass is cool. They have some cool stuff, like some mythic effects, some when you kind of like spawn in, come into the game or whatever, some death effects, which you get actually one of them pretty early on, some cool shaders or whatever, what are they called? Armor coatings, you got some cool coatings, things like that as well. So it's cool. It's a little bit cooler than the first one, but it's not like, wow, this is amazing either. You know what I mean? It still feels a little bit bland. So I don't know. Those are just kind of my quick thoughts on Season 2, Lone Wolves in Halo Infinite. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, it's some cool stuff. It's a little bit of a fresh burst, but I think that's all it is. It's just a burst. And what happens after a burst? There's a burst of fresh air, and then all of a sudden it dissipates, and it's just like, okay, Now what? And I think that's the problem. I think that's the huge problem, is the longevity of this game just isn't there. Hopefully, you know, when Forge comes out, it helps. But right now, not the greatest place for the game to be. And I'm still really hoping that, you know, there's a good breath of fresh life breathed into this game, because it has potential, and it'd really be a shame to see it just die and not to, you know, not really survive in the long term. So let me know your thoughts. Like I said, stick around for more, and I'll see you guys soon. Another one. Tell your friends. Game on. Thanks for watching.